Hey guys, Raya here. It's the end of 2023, so I want to take some time to review the goals I set for this year and my progress towards them, as well as set some new intentions and goals for 2024. Let's give it a try. So first, let's review what my goals actually were. For health, I wanted to eat smaller meals throughout the day to help keep my blood sugar regulated and keep my energy levels consistent. I also wanted to exercise every day. For my daily routine, I wanted to establish habits of getting up at a good time every day, stretching, brushing my teeth twice, flossing, and drinking 90 ounces of water every day. I also wanted to stick to a more established schedule and routine this year, so I created an ideal week in my calendar that I would reference throughout the day to make sure I was prioritizing the things I was interested in. So now let's review my progress. I did okay getting up early this quarter, and definitely better than I did in the past, but I didn't do as well in late November when I got sick, and then I kind of trickled off in the last few weeks with holiday parties and other events that disrupted my schedule. But I still did fine with getting up between 8 and 9:30 as planned. I stretched for a few days during one week in November, but I didn't build upon that habit. I did okay with body movement and did a bit leading up to our trip in December, but that immediately died off after returning. And I want to make sure that stretching and exercising are a big focus and priority in 2024. I'm basically 100% on doing morning hygiene, and I'm really proud of that habit since that was such a hard thing for me for quite a few years. I don't think I'll be continuing to track that habit next year, but I'll definitely keep it up. I got really consistent this quarter with making sure to eat breakfast, and I'm really proud of that, so I really want to build on that momentum and continue doing that in the next year. I did great at making sure the house was clean every morning, so I probably won't be tracking that next year. I wrote once in October, but I didn't really commit much time to that this quarter, so I think I'm going to be changing up my schedule to reprioritize that since I want it to be a focus and not just a small thing in the morning. I did great on eating smaller snacks throughout the day, and I think I will continue to track all my meals next year simply because I want to keep track of how my health and food and water intake all correlate. I worked every day, and I'm probably not going to track that next year, but I will stay committed to working on all of my projects. I still did great at eating dinner every day, and I think that has a lot to do with the fact that I'm eating the same meal and at the same time as my husband, so I might try to incorporate that more with breakfast and snacks as well. I also did great at cleaning up in the evenings, and I don't think I'll be tracking that next year either. And finally, I did great at my evening routine, but that often ended up just looking like brushing my teeth. So next year, I'm probably going to make sure that I'm including skincare and flossing in that evening routine as well, and I might need to break that down in the app to make sure that I'm tracking each element of that. And then I switched apps for tracking my water intake this quarter, so here's a breakdown of what I drank every day. I did okay at drinking water every day and at actually tracking the water I drank, but I was kind of sitting around that 24 to 32 ounce mark most days. And since my goal is to hit 90 to 120 ounces a day, I definitely still need to be working towards this goal. But overall, I'm really proud of the changes I made this year and the growth I experienced. As for 2024, here's my new goals that I'm looking forward to and some that I'm keeping around. I still want to be eating small meals throughout the day, and I want to reprioritize exercise and stretching. I'm going to set the intention of getting up at 6:30 on weekdays and between 8 and 9:30 on weekends. I want to be really specific about what counts as finishing my nightly routine and make sure that I prioritize skincare and flossing as well as brushing my teeth. And I want to make sure that I do creative hobbies every week. And then the big goal for this year is I want to build in emergency preparedness every month. I want to be working on supplies and skills for any sort of emergencies that may come up, and I anticipate making quite a few videos about that next year. I think I need to change my ideal week around to prioritize things in a different way. I want to be more intentional with my morning routine and actually take time to do things instead of rushing through them. So I'm going to add a little bit more time here and there, and it will extend the overall routine in time, but I think this way it will actually get done. I also really want to prioritize writing my book this year. So I think setting aside a couple of hours every morning just to work on that will be the way to get that done. I do anticipate my video schedule changing because of that new priority, so I'm thinking I'm going to be going down to 2 videos a month. I have been using 2 different habit apps this quarter, and I've really liked having both for different reasons. So here are some changes I'm going to be making. Generally, I'll be using the newer app for routines and tracking, and I'll still be using the older app, but I'll just be using it for tracking food and water intake. And then here's how my phone home screen is organized for easy widget tracking. I know that a lot of things are staying the same for this next year, but change is gradual, and I'm excited about the progress that I have made in building some of these habits, and I'm excited to continue to make slow and steady and long-term progress this way. I'm proud of the changes I've made and the accountability I've held, especially in making these quarterly videos. I do anticipate only doing 6-month check-in videos moving forward, but I will personally be reviewing my progress and making changes as needed throughout the year. Let me know what habits and goals you're working towards this year. Thanks for watching.